Hello, hello, hello. We are live and in the flesh. This week, we are going to have a very, very brief video. I am actually talking about sugaring. Now, you guys are going to be sugaring. You guys will be practicing molding. You will be practicing applying application. And you will also be sugaring a model. Okay, so video is going to be brief. I'm just going through the few steps of sugaring. And then when I see you guys here in person, I'm going to dive a little bit more deeper into it. Now, I'm going to share my screen for a moment just so that I can go over the basis of some things I want you guys to know. Okay, so what is sugaring and are you able to make sugaring? These are a few companies that you can start getting your sugaring on. Now, some of these companies do require that you are trained in their specific sugar paste, and then some of the companies you're able to just purchase from their company and you're able to practice. Amazon is also a great viable company to just purchase some practice sugaring with. Now, if you're wanting to make your own sugar, that's also something you can do. Now, this is not exact on the tea, but this is a basic do-it-yourself sugaring ingredients list that you can utilize. 1 cup of sugar, 1/8 cup of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. I prefer the lemon juice. And then 1/8 cup of warm water. And then you're going to bring it to cook it on low, on a very low setting on the stove. And you're just going to stir and you're just going to watch it manipulate. Okay. And then when you are done, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. And then when you are done, you should have a paste-like substance that looks like this. It kind of looks like caramel, but a thicker consistency of caramel. Okay. Now, with sugaring, we're going to start with our gloves. Now, always, always, always ensure you have nitrile gloves. Nitrile gloves. Nitrile gloves, because when you are molding and picking up your sugar paste free form, it rolls right off the glove and it doesn't get stuck to the glove. Now, when I sugar, I like to sugar with the 3-glove method. There's a few reasons why. Sugaring acts off of the client's body temperature and it also acts off of your body temperature. If you are sugaring with a paste that is like a medium warm, I like my paste to be warm. I don't like my paste to be the consistency of like pudding, like a hard pudding. You'll hear the term soft paste, hard paste, medium paste. I like for mine to be a soft paste, really soft, and it can literally melt into your follicle. So being that it is set at a softer pace, it's very easy to warm and to melt. So based off the client's skin type or skin temp or body temperature, based off of your body temperature, I like to do the 3-glove method. Now with the 3-glove method, I'm going to show you how you're doing it. Your first method is going to go on your taunting hand, your first glove. This is the hand that you're going to use to taunt. You're not using this hand, your least dominant hand, to taunt. To pick up the pace. This is the taunt. Then you're going to put another glove on your most dominant hand. Now, again, it's optional to use 3 gloves. You don't have to. I'm going to show you in a moment why it's so amazing to use 3 gloves. So now you have 2 gloves that your 2 hands that are gloved up. You're going to take that 3rd glove and you're going to put it on your most dominant hand. This is the hand that you're going to pick up your pace. Okay? Now, when you are sugaring, you are molding. So you are picking up your paste on the tip of your fingers. Now, I'm just using this paste for training purposes. This is not the paste that I'll be utilizing on clients. Okay? Do you see how I'm picking it up with the tips of my fingers? And then you're using your thumb to anchor. And this is what you're doing. Okay? You're gliding, you're molding, and you're using the tip of your fingers. I'm not even using my pinky. And then when you apply to the body, it's a 3-method glide. So the first glide is your anchoring glide. Your second glide is wrapping around that hair follicle. And then I like to say this third glide is the glide that you're using to brace yourself and also ensure that everything, all that hair is solidified around that follicle. And then you're flicking upward. Okay? So like this. Kind of like you're turning the pages of a book. Now, let's say I've done my entire body. Yes, you can use one ball, multiple balls, a larger ball to do your entire body. I like to do regions of body parts for sugaring. Now, let's say I'm doing my underarms. I will only use this ball for my underarms. I'm not going to take my underarm ball and now go to my navel or go to my legs. Legs is going to have a ball. Navel's going to have a ball. Vagina region is going to have a ball. Arms are going to have their own ball. Underarms is going to have another ball. It just helps with sanitary reasons. Now, when I am done, this is what I'm doing. Tossing this glove, putting on another glove, and picking up. Do you see why I love the 3 anchored glove method? Now, let's say you're not ready to do the 3 glove anchor method, right? Inflation, things are high. So you're only using 2 gloves. You can still use 2 gloves. You can still use 2 gloves. Okay? So still use it. It still works like a charm. The only difference is, let's hope this glove isn't all sweaty. Okay? So if you know that your body temperature runs a little warm, you need to grab that extra glove. Some people, they don't sweat at all, and then some people do. I sweat, my follicles sweat, and my hand does get clampy. All right. So we'll go over picking up the ball, gliding. You know, this is not the reason why I'm making this video. I'm making this video so you guys have a general understanding of what exactly sugar paste is, okay? And I want you guys to feel comfortable. Now, there's a few things I want you to know about sugaring. I'm actually going to open up the manual that you guys are going to be receiving via email. All right. I'm going to share my screen again. You guys are going to have this manual, so you don't have to take notes. Now, a few other things I want you to know about sugaring. It's 100% natural. Why? Because it's only 3 ingredients: sugar, lemon juice, and water. You are able to use 1 ball of sugar to mold and glide whatever region of the body. Unlike waxing, you can go over that particular area as many times as you want. So with waxing, remember, soft wax is 1 and done. Hard wax is 3 and done. Sugar paste is as many times as your heart desires, you know, until you pick up everything that you need. Most clients do say that they report less ingrown hairs. Now, sugaring is not you're never going to get ingrown hairs. No. If your client is prone to ingrowns, you may in fact still carry ingrowns. However, you're least likely to receive them with sugaring. Why? Because it's the method that you are applying and you're releasing that hair out of the follicle. If you are doing sugaring properly, then you are releasing that follicle, or you are removing that hair at the follicle, and it's not breaking. Most people start having ingrowns when the hair is broken, is in the opposite, wrong direction. And with sugaring, you can go in both directions. It is recommended to go in the opposite direction of the hair growth and apply it in the full direction of the hair growth. But let's say you needed to do the opposite because you needed to pick up something like a hair follicle that's not coming out, you're able to, and it's not going to cause an ingrown hair. Another thing, sugaring is an amazing method of exfoliation. Most clients will say that their hyperpigmentation became lighter. I've seen it happen. It happens. It does. Why? Because of the lemon juice. Lemon is acidic. It's a natural exfoliant. Think of our enzyme pills when we were talking about our enzyme pills. Think of lemon juice similar to pineapple juice and pineapples when we are doing our pineapple enzyme. The game of Pac-Man is eating the little dead skin cells. That's what lemon juice does. And then another amazing thing about sugaring is you cannot burn the client. This sugar paste is not hot. It's not even really warm. It's just the right temperature that you're able to apply it to the skin, but it's not burning the client. So that's amazing for clients that have sensitive skin. Maybe a client is prone to just sensitivity in certain areas. Sugaring is that girl. And then another thing with sugaring, it's not like with waxing where the hair has to be a certain length. I've sugared clients that shaved the day before, and I was still able to emulsify that sugar paste around that follicle and remove it. Now, it's not recommended, and I do tell my clients, please show me grace and please let your hair grow out at least 2 to 3 weeks. But let's say the client doesn't do that and they shave the day before. Yes, I can absolutely remove the hair. You can absolutely remove the hair with sugar paste. Waxing, unfortunately, you're not able to do that. Sometimes with soft wax, you're able to, but even that is kind of difficult. And how many times are you able to apply soft wax to that region? One time. So you got one time to make sure you remove all that hair. With sugar, you have multiple times. It's like the energizing bunny. Same contraindications as you have with waxing, okay? It is still hair removal. Another thing, if you are wanting to do eyebrows, it is not recommended to do the molding technique with eyebrows where you're molding and you're going in and you're flicking because you're not able to have great region or great range with it, okay? So use a spatula or use something where you're really able to manipulate that sugar paste. I would say just don't do eyebrows with sugar paste. I don't do eyebrows with sugar paste. Even though clients have asked me, I don't do it. All right. And what else did I really want you guys to know about sugar paste? We will go over, as stated, the methods of everything. I'm just doing this video as a general understanding so you guys know exactly what it is. If a client were to ask you, well, what's the difference between sugaring and waxing? I always tell them it's the organic form of hair removal. It's similar to waxing. However, it only consists of 3 ingredients: sugar, lemon juice, and water. That's an easy explanation for it. Well, is it safe? It's edible. Now, don't eat it. Don't eat this, okay? Don't eat this. But really, it is edible. All right. And these are just some price ranges for sugaring. Now, everyone is going to have their own price ranges depending on what region they are in. But rule of thumb, whatever you are charging for your waxing services with sugaring services, you are adding a little more bang for your buck. So you're adding about $10 more on whatever you would be doing for waxing. So like for a Brazilian wax, 55 to 65. For Brazilian sugaring, 75 to 85. That's the ideal cost of a Brazilian sugaring. All right. Any questions and concerns? Very, very short video. As stated, I will be bringing in a sugaring model so that you guys are able to practice on that model. And first things first, you guys will be practicing your molding, okay? And I don't want you guys to get discouraged with the molding. It can be a little annoying where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing it right. It takes time. Sugaring is very difficult to learn, and you will have to practice. It's difficult because it just kind of feels weird. The fact that you're picking up something. You ever seen those candy making videos when they have to manipulate the candy in their hand in order to make it? That takes effort for them to be able to hold that candy in a mold where it's not falling out of their hands. So it's the same with sugaring, same concept, just different thing. All right, so may the force be with you guys. I will see you guys very soon. Take care.